What's up guys, Josh aka Savage Hydra here, and welcome to the 7th episode of Dark Souls. And what we can do today is finish off completely what we started in Undeadburg. Now, last time we cleared out this area of some of the non-respawning enemies just to make our lives easier. And you see now we have a +3 club. We are doing a lot more damage to these guys and killing them in 2 hits rather than 3. And what I do want to do, I think I forgot to do it last episode. As you can see, the channeler is no longer up there. The hollows still are, but the channeler is gone, as well as this black knight here. He wasn't a black knight, he's just some sort of elite mace knight. He's not a black knight, but we can deal with that boulder knight's already leashed to us, so we'll let him do his thing. You do you. I'll try and get behind him. No, I'm just gonna beat him. There we go. So these guys can also drop some decent armor or weapons as well. Whoops. And as you see, these guys still hurt quite a bit. Can you not, please? Will they come out here? Yeah, they will come out here. There we go. Dropping anything? Oh, he's got something. Turn that shard. So more upgrade materials for us. Otherwise, I'm going to heal here. Just because we're going to be dealing with some of that stuff in a bit. And I think the one thing I did forget to do last episode, down here, where we went before and found the halberd, this lever, we pull it, opens up the gate. So we have a way of getting down here. And this guy is now pulled. No. Be gone. No drops from him. So now we'll head back upwards. Yeah, we'll go up. We'll go up. We will deal with the... No, not this way. I am distracted. So the boulder knight's back here. Let's just stun knock him down. So again, we're killing these guys in much less hits than we were previously. Have we leashed some of these guys? No. You see, all these guys are still here. They're not going to be as painful as they were before. I don't think I got hit by any of them actually last time. But they're all still here. And equally as annoying as before. And those are now all dealt with. I'm going to heal now. Because we are heading up this way. Up the ladder. Now. And we have a fog gate. Now, if you decide to become, or if you find this next area of the game difficult, if you are human, when you get to this point, which you can be, you see the number in the top left is my currently equipped humanity. If you get to this point and you are human, which you have done by restoring humanity at a bonfire by using that equipped humanity in the top left, there will be a golden sign here, or somewhere on this platform, and you can summon Solaire of Astoria to help you at this point of the game. But for now, I'm going to try and do this first time, I'm hoping. Oh, that's what I meant to do. Oh well, we will deal with that later. But I'm going to equip the gold pine resin. Now, the gold pine resin will basically add lightning damage to your currently equipped right-hand weapon. So, heading through this bump here, we are on the rooftops with a fog gate there and a fog gate still behind us. So, as you can tell, this is going to be another boss fight. So what I'm going to do now is equip the gold pine resin here and then run forward to trigger the cutscene. So we are dealing with gargoyles. As you see, if you cut off their tail, you get an axe. And I managed to kill that one really quickly because they are weak to lightning damage. As you can see, a second one has spawned. This one will tend to spawn once you get the first one to about half health. And I dealt with those very, very, very quickly because I have a decent strength weapon, high damage, and equipped the gold pine resin. I got the gargoyle's halberd off of them. They give you twin humanities. And weapons. Let's have a look at weapons. So you get the gargoyle tail axe by cutting off the tail of the first gargoyle. And as you can see, it's quite a heavy weapon. Actually, it's not even that heavy. 5, that's not even that bad. The club weighs 3. But it's got 14 in both of its parameter things. D, strength scaling, C, dex scaling, and some decent damage. And then you also, I can't wield it effectively, of course I can't, I don't want that equipped. And then also they drop the gargoyle's halberd, which is a slightly improved version of the normal halberd. So the gargoyle's halberd isn't a guaranteed drop, I don't think. But if you can get it, it's a decent weapon, especially if you want to use dexterity. Praise the sun. And we can head up here. As you can see as well, they gave us a hefty 10,000 souls, which is nice. And we can head up here to our first objective. Pull the lever and ring our first bell of awakening. Praise the sun. Praise the sun, of course. You get some gorgeous views with the gold rays over here. But now we'll just head back down. So things about that boss fight, it can be very difficult for new players. They're just like kind of getting used to the game. I recommend just taking your time with it. I kind of have the experience with it to know what I'm doing. I wouldn't use gold pine resin for your first run of it, just for the sake of not wasting it and dying, because you don't really like because you're not familiar with how the boss works. I was most of the time I targeted and held my shield up, blocking. And then as soon as I saw an opportunity, I kind of snuck around to the side or to the back, dual wielded, and just hit and took like a couple of hits at a time, and then backed off and waited and rinse and repeat. Now that we've rung the bell, this guy's here.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Kareem, the Park. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess? Or to accuse? For indeed all sin is my domain.
So we can learn gesture here. And items we can get from him. We can get a new talisman. And this is unique. This is a unique talisman in the respect that it's good for high intelligence builds that want to use miracles, because the Velka's talisman, if the bell will stop ringing, the Velka's talisman, as it says in the description here, it casts miracles not by drawing upon faith, but intelligence. A couple of rings in here that could potentially be nice at some point, helping to prevent poison or bleed. Karmic justice. Temporary auto counter versus heavy damage. I have never really used miracles, so I'm not really sure what's going on there with all these. You can buy purging stones are good for curing curse, and these other two items. The homeward bone is something we've seen before, but the purging stone can cure curse, and indictment and the book of the guilty are PvP items that I'm not going to really bother with at the moment. But we can just head back down now. And now that we've done our first Bell of Awakening, one thing that is important that I should probably actually mention is the guy by the gate down here that had the basement key was by. That is important. You will need the basement key. Because that is somewhere where we're going to be going soon. But for now, we'll head back to Firelink. And I will upgrade my stats. And I think we'll end it off there for beating the gargoyles. So we can head back down. Here's the band fire. Right here. And I'm going to put 1 point in faith, just so that we can use the heal. And otherwise I'm going to go for 1 in vitality, 1 in strength. Okay. And I think we should be able to level up 2 more times. So I'm just going to go another 1 in strength and another 1 in endurance to increase our stamina, our crit load, and our damage, obviously. And the last thing I'll do this episode is, you'll remember in the previous episode we got the soul of the Firekeeper. And we can take that to this lovely here and reinforce our Estus Flask. So now you can see in the bottom left we've got Estus Flask +1, which basically means they heal for more. And you can see Lord Trek of Kareem is down here as well. But that being that, I think we will leave off for this episode. We've dealt with our boss, rung the first bell of awakening, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.